Then, your calculation?
35.
35 goes down.
35 goes down and 35.
There cannot be some other number.
Usual basis.
Usually we consume a lot of carbohydrate in the morning breakfast, right? So now the carbohydrate is in your stomach and the digestion process is going on. It is the simplest digestive process among all the molecules, right? So all of you remember here that different constitution of carbohydrates and their digestive destination. Initially, the food is brought on by salivary amylase. Salivary amylase enzymes form the secretion of saliva. Now, in buccal cavity, how the food is churned and mixed with saliva, but it stays for a very short period of time, right? Now it is a bit shorter. We always hurry. So if we chew properly, we stay for a short period of time in the mouth and we get this salivary amylase. And the salivary amylase has got optimum pH in alkaline range. Above 8. Now the next destination of food is stomach. The pH in stomach is important. So the bolus will leave stomach where it gets mixed with the acid juice. The outer layer of the bolus will have pH acidic and the inner layer will have alkaline. So slight digestion might take place. Right? But then it stops, digestion stops. Stomach contains no amylase enzyme. So it gets digested small intestine. Start duodenum. Duodenum is part. Is envisaged with pancreatic juice. And there are two ducts which open up here. One is from pancreas and one from hepatic. Now these two juices, hepatic juice particularly, does not contain any digestive enzyme. Liver, the largest except that, right? But it does not produce any digestive enzyme. Clear? Pancreas produces alpha amylase, major source for alpha-free pancreas. Now these alpha amylase, they work on each type of carbohydrate. They work on polysaccharide. One type of polysaccharide, usually we have two types of polysaccharide. Non-digestive and digestive polysaccharide. Right? The digestive polysaccharide is starch or glycogen. Right? Now starch has two components again, amylose and amylopectin. So the amylose, alpha amylase, will work predominantly on amylose. It will shorten the structure of amylose by some amount of sugar. How we leave off disaccharide or trisaccharide from the amylose units. Fine? How to prove it? If I ask you to prove this by an experiment, how to design it? We cannot get pancreatic amylase without killing the person. So we have to get satisfied with salivary amylase. I just described the design of an experiment. Like that, you have to show that salivary amylase digests starch. How to show? Now starch comes in packaging. Is there anyone who has seen starch ever? Or used starch other than eating? Anyone? Cotton clothings? Yeah. We do starching. Nothing but starch. We dip it in the starch solution, it becomes cracked. Crispy. Now, it becomes to make it crispy, we put it in starch solution. Correct? To start, more or less all of us have seen. Now, how to make a solution of starch? How to make a solution of starch? The starch has got two components. So, the component is amylose, the component amylose. Usually, the starch is sold under packaging for making solution is mostly amylose, because amylose is rice. We cannot use up. So, the amylose part is only mostly starch in the packaging. Okay? Now, when you dissolve starch, it produces a suspension or colloid kind of solution, depending on the size of the amylose volume. And this solution has got a property. It's called translucent solution. Translucent means what? If you run light through it, then it will glow. Glow means nothing like with this thing, but it will show that something is there in the solution. It's not translucent. Right? About. Now, to prepare a 1% starch solution. Right? Take the beaker, say how many ml, or 50 ml. Put 1 drop of iodine solution. Put 1 drop of iodine solution. Active. Mix it slowly. You will take a deep, dark blue color, Prussian blue. Why? The iodine molecule will go and occupy the space between the chemical structure of amylose, and it will give a dark blue color. But this is a physical reaction. Unlike the chemical reaction we studied in the enzymes, the physical reaction is characterized by that none of the participants lose their molecular weight during the reaction. And as a start, more iodine will lose some molecular weight. So they just come in close association, which can be dissociated by applying heat. When you apply heat, the color will disappear. You cool it down, the color will reappear. This is one very good example of test to identify starch. Any starch solution, any solution of carbohydrate, if it is got amylose, even in small amount, it will give dark color with iodine solution. Fine. Now collect the saliva. Now, ask your friend to inhale glacial acetic acid. Open the cap and then ask him to take the smell. Glacial acetic acid. The strong smell of glacial acetic acid will increase the salivation. You can collect the saliva like this in a beaker. Filter it, because sometimes last particle might be there. Right? Some broken cells will be there. Filter it if possible. Get a clear solution of saliva. Clear solution. 2 drops into that dark blue colored starch. Don't forget to add, if free to add, small amount of sodium chloride. Usually the chloride is present in our saliva, but sometimes it might be much diluted in a bigger volume. So you must add a little bit of chloride. Why? Because chloride is required for the activity of appendix. Fine? And then you see the color will slowly disappear. The dark blue color. So it shows that amylose is no longer having the big helical structure. It has been broken into pieces. And who has done it? Your saliva. What is there in saliva? Saliva. This is a very simple experiment to prove that our saliva contains saliva. Right? Can you make this kind of design of experiment with a greater question paper? Because sometimes, always you will not get like monographic question paper like from the text. You might have to improvise your knowledge. How to answer. This is one example. Fine? Now we will come to another test experiment afterwards. Now then we have the series of amino exchange. First comes amino exchange, then comes acro-dextrin. Amino exchange means smaller than dextrin, smaller than amino. Then dextrin, red color. What is the color of the iron with the color of iron with glycogen? Red color. So this branch now. Next comes acro-dextrin, further smaller part of the amino. There is no color, no color. But then it is left with maltose and maltotriose. I told you, disaccharide or trisaccharide might be. So maltose or maltotriose. Fine. Then maltose will be activated, will be digested by maltase. So citrate acted by that. Now this one comes from the breakdown of polysaccharide. We eat rice, roti, chapati, puri, whatever it is, aloo. And this one usually comes as a separate sucrose. Just now I had tea. If I had tea with milk and sugar, then I had both. Right? And why are we digested? Small intestine, not more than. Now, the most amazing thing is how nature has provided these carbohydrate molecules when they are set alone. See, hello, and they are hospitably very active molecules. It is beautiful when they are alone. So you get attracted to us, wow, sweet. Right? So, if the breakdown process of this maltose, sucrose or lactose takes place far away from the luminal side of the tissue, mucosal cell, luminal side of the mucosal cell, then it might attract water into the lumen and it might cause liquid stool, diarrhea. But whenever we have food, we don't have diarrhea. How do we prevent it? Our mucosal cell has got microvilli. In between microvilli, the space, these enzymes are circulating. So maltose comes in very close contact with the microvilli. There, the enzyme just come out of the cell, get the maltose over there, break it, and glucose are absorbed immediately. So that they do not stay for a much long period in the lumen. Right? That's why you do not suffer from diarrhea. Clear? But that thing never happens in the lactase production. So lactose exists there, it draws water, causes liquids to enter. Okay? So why we do not have diarrhea? Because of digestion or normal digestion process, because it occurs in very close vicinity of the microvilli. And the moment it is digested, occasionally the monosaccharides, they are absorbed. Can you remember this point? Can you remember this point? All of you remember, huh? Next. These are broken down products, maltose, this is 2 molecules of glucose, lactose, glucose. Good. Voila. Now see, bracket points. The amount breaks down in the starch molecule. It breaks down here as shown the sides. Immediately, shorter structure, maltose and maltose and isomaltose. Isomaltose, the linkage between two glucose molecules alpha 1 6 is produced from lactose. Produced from the branch point of the amino technique and glycogen. Here, branch point produces isomaltose. Maltose on the reducing it. It has got two aims. This is which one is important? Why do we have glycogen in the shape of glycogen? Anyone? Why do we have glycogen in the shape of glycogen? Why not in the shape of starch? Right? Can you glycogen say glycogen? So that is in fact in such a way so that the effective osmolarity will be less. Now imagine a molecular glycogen has got 100 glucose molecules. If there are distinct glucose molecules, then their osmolarity effect will be 100. When they are paired in the shape of glycogen, they have only one reducing end and numerous non-reducing end. So, the effective osmotic pressure created by, exerted by the glycogen molecule is equivalent to effective osmolarity produced by one molecule. Although it is holding 100 glucose, but it is exerting only osmotic effect, only because equivalent to one molecule. Here, that is why the shape of the glycogen is like that. This side is for non-reducing end and this side is for reducing end. So we have only one reducing end and we have multiple non-reducing end. The next question comes, why do we have multiple non-reducing end? Why can't we have the structure of glycogen like the structure of amylose? If it is a spiral, we also have It is having a spiral structure. You know, so you have only one losing end and only one non-losing end. But the effect is same. But why do we have a diagonal structure like diagonal? Unique. You have multiple non-losing ends. Why? Have you ever seen your mom or the big butter at your house, cutting beans, long beans, they cut in the middle, and then join it together, then cut in the middle, join it, then they make small pieces. So each time, the slice, you get 4 to 6 pieces. Similarly, when you have non-losing ends scattered like multiple number, then you have, when you need to produce more glucose, you can produce from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ends at a go. Otherwise, added to a structure like amylose, only one glucose at a time is produced. My dear, these are the structural features of why diabetes is having a structure like that. Whenever you read in this way. So that you can answer these improvised questions. This question will carry 4 marks, but you can write this if you know the answer. Fine? For those who want to write down whatever I teach, sometimes they might ask synonyms. What is alpha excess? One alpha excess. What is that? Also, one. Yeah? Like this, you must remember. Sometimes you might ask like this. Whenever it comes to bigger procedure activity, that means it is having some lactose in it. Okay, we take it. Digestion of cellulose. Can we digest? No. Can other mammals digest it? Can other mammals digest cellulose? Yes. Yes. Name the mammal who can digest it. And cow. Any mammal. No doubt, cow, goat, dog, cat, all are mammals. Cow can digest. But if they are started digesting after eating this organ, or two types of digest. No mammals can digest cellulose, but they eat cellulose a lot. They like cellulose a lot. Right? How do they get it? Getting energy, harnessing energy from cellulose or non-digestible polysaccharide is very difficult and inefficient. All herbivorous animals are slow moving. All herbivorous animals runs faster, the lion or the cheetah? Lion, because lion has been cheetah. Right? So they always run, they are slow. Why? Because their efficiency is less. Producing energy. They eat a lot, they produce energy in 50 days. Suppose we eat 100 grams of starch, we get energy 12 grams of the starch, glucose. But they get 10% of DBS. What we call appendix in our body, they have that in extended form. But sit down. So there is one way, house like structure. So the food is first delivered there, all the grass and whatever meat we eat. Inside there is bacteria, which produces cellulase enzyme. Cellulase enzyme is different from carbohydrates. It is beta amylase. Cellulase is called beta amylase. If beta amylase is given to us when we can digest banana, we can digest banana, but we need beta amylase. But we don't have. None of that is not there. Only bacteria and protein that do the spreading card. So what happens? If you give antibiotic to the cow, what will happen? Cow might die. The normal soda will die. Suicide is enough and you can digest, you die. That's why cow is given a mixture of carbohydrates. Molasses. So that from molasses they get maltose, they get immediate energy, and a part of it will go for delayed digestion. They regenerate and they ruminating energy. So they do not have digestion. Similarly, we do not have digestion, but still we consume a lot of cellulose in the form of vegetables. And that is required to form a bulk of the feces. Stool. Why it is necessary? Because without the bulk of the stool, there will be no extension of the rectal muscle, no expulsion of stool. The stool will remain inside our body, will become as tight as strong as concrete. Then we need separate procedure to get rid of it. Otherwise, we are taking vegetables at 350 grams as per whose recommendation, 350 grams of vegetables should be taken. And we do not prevent constipation. So these are the ways by which carbohydrates are absorbed. The right is over and is carbohydrate. No absorption will take place in disaccharide or polysaccharide form. So it must come to monosaccharide form. In glucose, fructose, galactose, or mannose, xylose, hexose, xylose, ribose, ribulose, property, but it should be monosaccharide form. Now, what is the most common monosaccharide? Because there is a multiple way of entering into cell. Have you ever seen people taking ORS? What is the component of ORS? In 1 liter of clean water and 1 handful of sugar, 1 pinch of 3 finger pinch of salt. This is the simplest way to prepare water. The sugar gives rise to fat. Now the glucose enters into the cell, and with sodium. That is the reason we give sodium chloride. Chloride is required for what? Activity of amylase. And sodium is required for entry of glucose. So without sodium, if you give glucose, it will not be digested. Very often this question comes. Glucose is supplied orally along with sodium chloride. One. You see the glucose D? The glucone D tablet, glucone D, whatever the glucose available in the market, there also they have added sodium chloride. Without sodium, you will not get absorbed. Okay? So this is one of the transporter which transport glucose from luminal side into the depolar state. What are the other things? This see sodium along with galactose. This kind of transport mechanism is called facilitated transport. Passive transport unless it requires energy. But doesn't require energy, let's see. When the sodium enters into the cell, then what happens? Inside cell, sodium becomes an integration. So there is sodium potassium pump. Excludes all sodium from the cell and keep the sodium gradient intact so that sodium can enter. It is not glucose which is helping sodium to enter. This sodium is helping glucose to enter. And who is helping sodium to enter? The gradient. Concentration difference from outside inside. Inside the cell, sodium is less. Outside the cell, sodium is more. When sodium gradient is maintained by active sodium potassium MBBS pump, which requires expenditure of ATP. So entry of glucose is secondarily dependent on ATPase pump. So it is may not be primarily active process but secondary active process. This entry of glucose may not be dependent primarily on ATPase pump but secondarily without the ATPase pump glucose will not enter because there will be no gradient of sodium molecule. Clear? Fine. Now this is something which is very dangerous. These are least of glucose transporter. They call blood or glue, whatever way you want to pronounce it. GLUT stands for glucose transporter. Don't take a look at it. All these individuals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then is blood. First 5, then sodium dependent glucose transporter. Right? First one, that one. Where? Can you read anyone? Ubiquitous. What do you remember? The name, the tissue of localization, whether there is sensitive or not, and which predominantly which carbohydrate transport. Okay. Now, this 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns in that one is found in ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means everywhere. The brain, etc. Everywhere. Predominantly, it is insulin insensitive. Predominantly, it transports glucose. Black 2. Black 2 mainly intestine. Yes. But which side of the intestine? Basal side of the intestine. Nuclear cell. Nuclear cell has got two sides, luminal side and basal side. The luminal side is to by discharge. Basal side contains gut, by liver, pancreas, intestine, kidney, etc. Glucose having low affinity. It's what? Only high concentration of glucose only will trigger the transport of glucose to blood. Low affinity, high gain. And it also transfer fructose. Blood flow, mainly brain, is also insulin sensitive and people having high affinity is low gain. Why? Because brain predominantly relying on energy from glucose. Small amount of glucose is there in the blood. Who is going to use it first? Brain. Why? The glucose transporter is having high affinity. It is low gain. At low concentration of glucose, if we take up, glucose will be bloodstream. There are several tissues like muscle, heart, liver, kidney, brain, and your blood glucose level is decreasing. Who is going to take the most amount of glucose out of it? Brain. Why? Because of these transporters. Next comes blood flow. It is the only glucose transporter which is insulin sensitive. Where do you find it? Heart, muscle, brain, small amount. W, A, and DAT. It's what? White adipose tissue and brown adipose tissue. White adipose tissue, skeletal muscle, heart muscle. Right? They contain blood flow. This is very important to remember. This is insulin sensitive. Without insulin, you cannot act. The synthesis and surfacing of blood flow receptor depends and regulated by insulin. Synthesis and surfacing process of this blood flow receptor is regulated by insulin. Without insulin, this particular transporter is missing. That's why our muscles go starvation, under the starvation, in the absence of glucose, in the absence of insulin. These are untreated and is very healthy. Blood fire will be different. There are other sugars also that glucose in our diet who will absorb it, blood fire. What is found in this time is this thing. Fructose and glucose are co-equal. Which they prefer fructose first, then galactose, then glucose, then xylose. Pentose sugar, blood fire. So all these pentose sugar and other glucose, fructose, they're all absorbed by blood fire. From luminal side of the nuclear cell to the nuclear cell. Here, this for blood 1, you need to just blood 2. Basal side of the nuclear cell, looking at blood 3, brain, blood 4, skeletal muscle, adipose tissue, and heart muscle, okay? Blood 5, intestine, the luminal side of the nuclear cell. Now, out of all these 5, blood 4 is insulin sensitive, rest all are insulin sensitive. Preference of glucose molecule, blood 1, only glucose. Blood 2, glucose at high affinity. Low affinity, the high gain. Blood 3, high affinity. Blood 4, high affinity. But the factor is insulin. Without insulin, it will not be synthesized at all. The transporter protein only will not be synthesized. And what happens into the obesity? The insulin is high, it is producing more and more blood flow, but due to the fatty layer, it cannot surface out. So, glucose cannot find blood transport. Okay, now what is that is blood? Just write down the sixth transporter is class. S class. S stands for sodium. Sodium dependent glucose transporter. 1, 2. There are two isoforms in S star. There are two isoforms in S star. These is all are insulin insensitive, but the different insulin production and surfacing or any function. Location, we see. Platform is present everywhere. Relatable as well as intestine. It just requires what? Sodium to get active. That's all. Okay? But what it is just to this form again, relatable. What is the function of this? Reabsorption of glucose. Reabsorption of glucose from the filtered liquid. Now there is some drugs. Ready? What's it name? Physiology. This kind of drug they act on physiological. They inhibit particularly physiological. What happened? Because we will not be reabsorbed, we will excrete fluid. Helpful? Do you think it is helpful to excrete glucose fluid? No. Are these scientists are moron? They discovered this? Right? Use your common sense. The thing is what is sold in the market as medicine. What is the problem with digestive philosophy? Their blood contains excess of glucose. How to stop entry of glucose into your blood? By blocking their absorption or by increasing their excretion. So they just allow the person to excrete more and more glucose. High blood glucose can never is very high. As soon as they eat, the blood glucose increases and it starts increasing, it starts going to start getting excreted to the urine. Immediately. And this is how this can be used in the medication in therapy. It also helps in reduction of weight. Diabetic people suffer from obesity, some diabetic. So it is also helpful to reduce weight. So they are not diabetic. They can also take the help of these to reduce their weight. But yes, there are few causes where you can use it or you cannot use it. Just as people are told, and today whoever is having a little bit of obesity or overweight, you go to the shop and ask for this, and start getting no, please don't do that. There are certain markers where you must not use. And that I don't want to use those down. Otherwise, nothing will change. can be used for lowering the blood pressure level and lowering the bowel. Any questions so far? These will come as a long question. Glucose transporter. Fine. The digestion will not be much except lactose intolerance. Fine. Then should we start now? Tomorrow we will start metabolism of our. So my request to all of you will be just give a reading of age-old pathway for diagnosis. We have been studying from class 6 onward. Just read their steps only. That's all I will. Just read their steps, get acquainted with the names or the formulate. You will start by me. Just go through it, read it once and all. Okay? If you go on. Any question? Any doubt? Good morning, everybody. Today, let's start the trichome interplacenta. We calculate 1, 2, 8. Already you have known there are two things. One is mother, one is fetus. Mother iron, mother tissue iron, raw, like chalk, white. And fetus, there will be multiple color. Here, usually the upper part of the uterus, from one side zygote, ovula, gastrocystis has been formed. And it tries to reflect on the 12th day of after fertilization. Completely embedded. So, I wanted to tell you, this is the uterine wall. Uterine wall has got 3 layers. Outside the metrium, just inside muscle layer, myometrium, and the most important layer, that's the endometrium. And endometrium has got again, especially, endometrium has got again, the scientists divide the endometrium into 3 layers. Stratum,
basalis, stratum spongiosum, and towards the cavity. We can experience two changes. The most important here is stratum compactum. And the changes occur mainly in the stratum compactum by the hormone, progesterone, excess, hematocrit, etc. The changes are that the cells are laden with life and the tissues. The blood vessels become very much tortuous, more capillaries they are because they are preparing to feed the baby. So stratum compactum in the time of pregnancy we call decidua. We call decidua. এখন থেকে endometrium compactum বলবো। We tell decidua. Decidua means part of the mother stratum compactum of the uterine wall. And when it is completely embedded, the fetus, suppose this is the decidua. So these decidua we call decidua basalis, in which in this side the embryo will develop. Most important, what is called decidua basalis? Only this portion. This portion. This portion surrounding the blastocyst we call decidua capsularis. We call decidua capsularis. Same thing, but why we differentiate? Because changes. The changes is more in the decidua basalis and small little in the decidua capsularis and slight negligible is the rest of the decidua. That is called decidua parasites. And ultimately, when fetus will be used, these decidua basalis ultimately join to decidua parasites. Now, again, এটাকে বড় করে আছে তাহলে this is the endometrium stratum basalis, stratum spongiosum, and this is the decidua or stratum compactum. Right? Outside there is a muscle layer. So this is the maternal part. So this is the stratum basalis, stratum spongiosum, stratum compactum, or decidua. And here I mainly draw the decidua basalis. The rest of the decidua this is the decidua capsularis, right? And this is the blastocyst. This is the blastocyst. This is the blastocyst, and blastocyst has got already now divided into two parts. One is known as the inner cell mass. right? And lower down, this is the cubical cell, small cuboidal cell. This is the inner cell mass, which divided into about columnar type of cell called class. And lower cell, cuticle, we call food. Now, here is one question. There is development of another cell and already some mitochondria. And this outside there is surround করছে কেন্দ্রকে বাড়িতে চলে আসবে একদমই ঠিক বলবো trophoblast only one can answer this is the trophoblast outer cell mass and inner cell mass this is the trophoblast and trophoblast cell again divided into two. Then from this cell, repeated cell division occurs. Or cell division হচ্ছে এত quick cell division হচ্ছে so quick the cell division occurs the cell wall is not formed. So superficially mass of cytoplasm multiple nuclei. So trophoblast are divided into syncytotrophoblast and cytotrophoblast. Outside cell with no clear-cut cell wall, we call it syncytotrophoblast. And the basal trophoblast, we call it cytotrophoblast. And syncytotrophoblast has got a already told it eloting property. যাকে সামনে পাবে খেয়ে যাকে সামনে পাবে খেয়ে বুঝতে পেরেছো? এইখানে আরেকটা কি বলেছিলাম অলরেডি আমি বলেছি here are the capillary maternal capillary maternal capillaries entering here. These are the capillaries containing maternal blood. এই কথাটা খেয়াল রাখবেন maternal blood. তাই তো এরপরে কি করলো এরপরে কিছু চেঞ্জ এখানে হবে কিছু চেঞ্জ এখানে হবে ফার্স্ট চেঞ্জ হলো কি here occurs proliferation of another cell from the insula lining a cavity. এইখান থেকে সেল বেরোবে and it covers the cytoplasm and between this trophoblast and this layer there is a cavity full of fluid রয়ে গেল কোথা থেকে ফ্লুইড এলো from mother এখান থেকে কম্প্যাক্টর থেকে ফ্লুইড পুশ করে ডিফিউজ করে এখানে ঢুকে গেল carrying nutrition, glucose, oxygen, amino acid, fatty acids, etc. Why? Because it gives nutrition to this bilaminar cloud. বলে একে খাবার দেবে without food they will not survive clear clear হচ্ছে তো তুমি কি খাবার ছাড়া বাঁচতে পারবে পারবে না সুতরাং it requires fluid so fluid comes এখান থেকে এবং এই লেয়ারটাকে আমরা বলছি অ্যামনিয়ন সেল অ্যামনিয়ন লেয়ার আরেকটু আলোচনা করব এবং এই ক্যাভিটিটাকে নাম দিয়েছি অ্যামনিয়ন ক্যাভিটি তাহলে অ্যামনিয়নিক ক্যাভিটি এটা হচ্ছে রুফ এটা হচ্ছে ছাদ এটা হচ্ছে ফ্লোর তাহলে রুফটাকে ফর্ম করছে রুফটাকে ফর্ম করছে অ্যামনিয়নিক ক্যাভিটি অ্যামনিয়নিক সেল ফ্লোরটাকে করছে তুমি বলো ফ্লোর তুমি বলে ফ্লোরকে ফর্ম করছে এটা যদি রুফ হয় এটা রুফ এটা ফ্লোর এটা যদি রুফ হয় ফ্লোরটাকে ফর্ম করছে কি সেলটা কি এপিক্লাস তাহলে অ্যামনিয়নিক রুফ ফর্ম করছে অ্যামনিয়নিক সেল ফ্লোর ফর্ম করছে এপিক্লাস অথবা দুটি বাইলেটারাল টার্ম আর এর পরে এবারে বিরাট কাণ্ড inside the proposal now repeated cell division it try to erodes মানে কি এ না ঢুকে যাও matter than basic work like a finger stratum compacta में जाके spongiosum में जाने लगे it never enters spongiosum जा করবে what is done in the stratum compacta of the decimum আমার এইগুলিকে this finger like projection we made it আমরা নাম দিলাম কি নাম দিলাম syncytoplastic ভালো করে শোনো এটা radiculi singular এগুলিকে নাম দিলাম আমরা একটা syncytoplastic radiculi নাম লিখে রাখবেন এরপরে কি করব এবং এইগুলো ডেভেলপ করব আরো সেল প্রোডাক্ট সিস্টেমে করব এবার খুব ভালো করে লক্ষ্য করো প্লিজ নাও বুঝতে পারবে খুব ভালো করে একদম মাথা থেকে সব পারবে then within this mass of syncytoplasm within the mass of syncytoplasm within the mass of syncytoplasm there appear spaces ফাঁকা ফাঁকা জায়গা appear করে ফাঁকা হয়ে গেল কিছুটা জায়গা here appear spaces এখানে কিচ্ছু নেই খালি শুধু ফ্লুইড রয়েছে here appear spaces এগুলি তো কিছু কিছু হচ্ছে তবে কম here appear spaces এই স্পেস গুলিকে বলছি আমরা ল্যাকনা কি বলছি ল্যাকনা প্রথমে একটা দুটো ছোট ছোট তারপরে ওগুলি একসাথে মিশে বড় বড় তাকে আমরা বলছি ল্যাকনা সিঙ্গুলার হচ্ছে ল্যাকনা tubular lactin. এরপরে সিনসাইটিক প্রসেস কি করেছে সবচেয়ে বেশি ফাংশন প্রপার্টি ইরোড করা খেয়ে নেয় সবসময় আমরা খেয়ে দিতে কখন কি করলো এইটা এটাকে খেয়ে নিচ্ছে এগুলিকে খেয়ে নিচ্ছে এটাকে খেয়ে নিচ্ছে ফলে ব্লাডগুলি মুভ করে ল্যাকনাতে এগুলি খেয়ে নিয়েছে সেটা একটা ল্যাকনাতে ঢুকে গেল তাহলে ল্যাকনাতে কার প্রপার্টি কার সম্পত্তি ফিচার্স का मारा हां ল্যাকনাতে কার সম্পত্তি না fetus inside it is in the inside protoplasm inside protoplasm is the property of fetus capillary car property mother so move kore gale blood ke gale full of blood full of blood full of blood full of blood এবং যেরকম এখানে ঢুকলো এখান দিয়ে ভেজে ক্যাপিলারি এখান দিয়ে গেল ফলে ব্লাড ঢুকছে আবার মাথায় চলে যাচ্ছে and here is the first time in pregnancy utero-placental circulation utero-fetal circulation we call it utero-placental circulation এখন থেকে fetus বাঁচবে fetus will survive by the mother's blood not by the pushing out some fluid, nothing, blood. আমাদের বাচ্চার জন্য কি দরকার blood. Now fetus gets blood from the mother. So establishes the first syncytial lacunae. First establishes the feed up মানে কি খাবার পেল from where from mother right এবং তখন ল্যাকুনাগুলি আর এইগুলিকে কি নাম দিয়েছি আমরা ক্যাভিকুলি তাই তো ক্যাভিকুলি নাম দিয়েছি না এই যে সিঙ্গেল অ্যাক্টিভেশন তাহলে দেখতে পাচ্ছ ক্যাভিকুলির মাঝে মাঝে রয়েছে ল্যাকুনা দুটো ক্যাভিকুলির মাঝখানে একটা ল্যাকুনা দুটো ক্যাভিকুলির মাঝখানে there is a lacuna in between the cavity and lacunic complex মেটানো কিন্তু এই ব্লাডটা কোথায় যাবে তার জন্য তো দরকার হবে ফিচার ব্লাড ভেসেল তাহলে কি হবে এরপরে কি বলবো এইখানে একটা হিউজ স্টেজ হচ্ছে বহুত শেয়ার টেকনোলজি হয়ে গেছে হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পারছো না a huge stage of in between the and cavity প্রথমে থাকে blastocyst cavity then it transforms into primary oxide by appearance of a membrane known as user membrane primary oxide এই মেমব্রেনের নাম দিয়েছি আমরা user membrane আবার মাথা থেকে সব বের হলো এইটা যদি না বুঝো কিচ্ছু বুঝবে না প্যাসেঞ্জার এখন যেটা বলছি সমস্ত যারা সত্যি বুঝতে চাও প্লিজ হিয়ার লিসেন তাহলে এটা প্রাইমারি অক্সাইড এই সেলটা কি ক্লোরোপ্লাস্ট ইন বিটুইন দা এবং এইটা কি অ্যামনিয়ন এই ইউজার্স মেমব্রেন এবং ক্লোরোপ্লাস্টের মধ্যে here appear another new kind of tissue mesodermal tissue A new kind of tissue appeared from this hypoglossal tail. A new kind of tissue. বুঝতে পেরেছো? তার মধ্যে from actually this picture is nothing but the hypoglossal cell. এবং এই yolk cellটার নাম ট্রান্সফর্ম into secondary yolk cell. Not only this new tissue covers this, it also goes above the amniotic cell. Above the amniotic cell চলে গেল। Above the amniotic cell, মানে whole thing is now new kind of tissue that here. আর তার বাইরে রয়ে গেল trophoblast. Cytoplasm. From cytoplasm. তাহলে এখান থেকে যাই cytoplasm, new kind of tissue, amniotic cell, amniotic cavity, epiblast, hypoblast, secondary yolk cell, আবার new kind of tissue, trophoblast. এই টিস্যুটার নাম দিয়েছি কি আমরা এক্সট্রা এমব্রিয়নিক মেসোডার্ম। এক্সট্রা এমব্রিয়নিক মেসোডার্ম সবসময় দেখতে পাচ্ছ একটা জিনিস, one thing we see whenever there is a mass of tissue there appear spaces. যেখানে দেখছো একটা mass of cytoplasm ওখানে একটা স্পেস appear, সুতরাং এখানে বাম গেল না, এখানে ছোট ছোট স্পেস appear করতে লাগে। ছোট ছোট স্পেস appear করতে থাকে, small spaces appear locally, and these spaces now join together. Except at the bottom end of the embryo. এইটুকুনি জায়গা বাদ দিয়ে these spaces form a continuous cavity. Continuous cavity. এখানে স্পেস রয়েছে এবং এটাকে আমরা নাম দিয়েছি এক্সট্রা এমব্রিয়নিক সিলো অথবা কোরিওনিক ক্যাভিটি। কি হলো? কোরিওনিক ক্যাভিটি, এর নাম দিয়েছি আমরা কোরিওনিক ক্যাভিটি। এই স্পেসটার নাম দিয়েছি আমরা কোরিওনিক ক্যাভিটি। এরপরে দুটো টার্ম আমি বলবো। ফার্স্ট টার্ম, the extra embryonic mesoderm lining the secondary yolk sac. এইটুকুনি, শুধুমাত্র এইটুকুনি, from here to here, this we call splanchnopneumic layer of the extra embryonic mesoderm. Splanchnum means viscera, because ultimately this secondary yolk sac will ultimately form the gut and part of the urinary system. আমাদের খাবার duodenum, stomach, intestine, large intestine, all will be formed by the secondary oxide, viscera. And Latin viscera means splagno. Splagno. তার জন্য এটা আমরা নাম দিয়েছি splagno fluid. Layer of the external viscera. And base of the mesoderm, এইটা এবং উপরেরটা এইটার নাম দিয়েছি আমরা সোমাটোপিউরিক লেয়ার অফ দ্য মেসোডার্ম। সোমাটো বাকি সব ক্ষেত্রে লাইনিং দ্য সাইটোটোকল সেল, লাইনিং দ্য অ্যামিনো সেল, লাইনিং দ্য টোকল সেল, এখানে একটা কেমিক্যাল আছে এক্সেপ্ট এইখানে কিন্তু দুটো কোনো ক্যাভিটি নেই। কোথায় একটা টেইল এটা আলটিমেটলি উইল ফর্ম আমাদের ইন্টার একটা টেইল এন্ড অফ দা এন্ডর এটা ফর্ম করবে এন্ডর। Now, at the day of the there is a no cavity, so there is a no separation between the splagnopiuric layer of the mesoderm and the somatopiuric layer of the mesoderm. Rest, only these layers we call splagnopiuric, and rest these. এখানে একটা ক্যাভিটি রয়েছে কন্টিনিউয়াস। এই লেয়ারটাকে আমরা বলি somatopiuric, এটাকে বলি আমরা somatopiuric layer of the extraendodermal mesoderm. আলটিমেটলি এই স্পেসটা পড়ে চলে যাবে। তাহলে সেকেন্ডারি অবস্ট্রাককে লাইনিং করছে যে মেসোডার্ম তার নাম কি? splagnopiuric layer। অ্যামিনিয়নকে যে লাইন করছে তার নাম কি? somatopiuric layer। মনে রাখবেন। এরপরে যেটা নাম হচ্ছে পোডিয়াম। What is podium? এই কথাটা খুব ইউজ হবে। পোডিয়াম পোডিয়াম আর কিছুই নয়, এইটা পোডিয়াম মিন্স এবার লিখতে পারি somatopiuric layer of extra embryonic mesoderm plus trophoblast. Both sides of axial side. এই যে এইগুলি জায়গা somatopiuric plus trophoblast. Somatopiuric plus trophoblast. Both sides of axial side. সেই লেয়ারটার নাম দিচ্ছি আমরা পোডিয়াম। অ্যামিনিয়নটা কি? অ্যামিনিয়নিক সেল প্লাস somatopiuric layer of the mesoderm is amnion. Amnion. Amniotic cell plus somatopiuric layer of extra embryonic एक চেঞ্জেস এখানে হবে। কেমন? এরপরে লাস্ট যেটা চেঞ্জেস হচ্ছে এখানে এখানে তো ব্লাড এলো, তো ব্লাডটাকে নিয়ে যেতে হবে ঠিক আছে, এখানে নামতে হবে। আলটিমেটলি ইট উইল ফর্ম দ্য সিজার কে আনবে তার জন্য কি করলো প্রথমে এগুলি কি সিনসাইটিক প্রসেস ব্যাকটেরিয়া দিয়ে তৈরি সিনসাইটিক প্রসেস তার নামই হচ্ছে সিনসাইটিক প্রোপ্লাস্টিক ব্যাকটেরিয়া বাবা ব্লাড দিতে হবে তখন কি করবো এটা কি সাইটোপ্রোপ্লাস্ট সাইটোপ্রোপ্লাস্ট গ্রো করে গেল ক্যাভিকুলেট সেন্ট্রালে লাইক অ্যানাদার ফিঙ্গার এই যে সাইটোপ্রোপ্লাস্ট লাইন করেছে এখান থেকে গ্রো করবে প্রত্যেকটা ক্যাভিকুলেট সাইটোপ্লাস্টিক কামান গ্রো করে গেল এবং এখন আমাকে প্রাইমারি বলবো না কি বলবো প্রাইমারি গ্ল্যান্ড আমরা একটা নাম দিলাম প্রাইমারি গ্ল্যান্ড প্রাইমারি গ্ল্যান্ড সো হোয়াট ইজ প্রাইমারি গ্ল্যান্ড inside the glucoplast plus central column cytoplasm এটাকে আমি একটু বড় করে আঁকি নাহলে বুঝতে পারবেন তিনটে আঁকলাম সিনসাইড প্রোপ্লাস্ট into lactic the mother blood the mother blood আর নিচে রয়েছে সাইটোপ্লাজম রয়েছে extra somatonuclear of the extracellular system এখানটা পরপর সিনসাইটো সাইটো এক্সট্রাক্রনিক এক্সট্রা তাহলে হচ্ছে এক্সট্রা ক্রনিক এক্সট্রা এটা হচ্ছে সাইটো এটা হচ্ছে সিনসাইটো প্রোপ্লাস্ট এটা হচ্ছে ল্যাকটিন now the cell proliferate the cytoplasmic cell as a column সুন্দরের মতো কলামের মতো ঢুকে গেল এবং এটার নাম দিলাম আমরা প্রাইমারি গ্ল্যান্ড যে সাইটোপ্লাজম ঢুকে গেল এখানে কলাম সাইড এখান থেকে প্রলিফারেট করে ঢুকে গেল সিন, এটা হচ্ছে সাইটো, এটা হচ্ছে প্রাইমারি ফিলার। এরপর কি করবো, এই যে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট মেসোডা সোমাটোপিউরিক সেও ঢুকে গেল। সেও ঢুকে গেল। তাহলে এখন হলো যে ঢুকে গেল আমরা কি করছি সেকেন্ডারি ফিলার। তাহলে সেকেন্ডারি ফিলারে একটা একটা করে বলো, আমি একটা শুধু বলছি। সিনসাইটোপ্লাজম প্লাস বলো, এই বলো সেকেন্ডারি ফিলারে সিনসাইটোপ্লাজম প্লাস ছবিটাকে বলো। সেকেন্ডারি ফিলারে কখন বলবো, কে বলবে? ক্লাস নিমিত্ত নাম के बोलता बल्ला क्लास तुम है हां वेरी गुड प्लान थ्योरी और सोमाटिक थ्योरी वाह एक्सपेरिमेंट आपने क्या नाम दिया सेकेंडरी। আর যে বিলাই ফর্মেশন হবে ল্যাকুনিয়ার করব না, আমরা ল্যাকুনি নামটাও চেঞ্জ করে দিলাম, আমরা বলবো ইন্টারভিলার স্পেস। ইন্টার মানে মাঝে মাঝে, বিকজ ইট লাই বিটুইন দ্য টু বিলাই, আমরা এই ল্যাকুনির নাম দিলাম ইন্টারভিলার স্পেস। ইন্টারভিলার স্পেস। এরপরে কি হলো, এই যে মেসোডার্ম সেল হ্যাজ গট ক্যাপাবিলিটি, তার পাওয়ার রয়েছে ব্লাড ভেসেল ফর্ম। এইবারে এই মেসোডার্ম করে নতুন করে ফিটাল ক্যাপিলারি সৃষ্টি হচ্ছে। এটা আলটিমেটলি জয়েন করবে ফিটাসের মেইন হেড, এইখানে নতুন করে ক্যাপিলারি জয়েন করবে। Mesodermal cell has got blood forming cell, we call angiogenic cell. These form new capillaries inside the core of extracellular mesoderm of the secondary. সাথে সাথে আপনার নাম চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে, বললাম এটার নাম হচ্ছে টার্সিয়ারি ফিলার। equal to syncytioplast plus cytoplasm plus একটা এদিকে তারপরে তারপরে হলো extracellular mesoderm plus blood vessels, blood capillary। আমরা বলবো টার্সিয়ারি। এটা কোথায় রয়েছে? মাদারের স্ট্যাটাম কম্প্যাক্টাম বা ডিসিডুয়ার। Actually, so all these will proliferate very rapidly, forming multiple villi. এবং এটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি হচ্ছে কোরিয়ন, এটা কোরিয়ন, এটা কোরিয়ন, পুরো অবস্থাটা আমরা কোরিয়ন কি বলি, কোরিয়ন। যখন প্রচুর ভিলাই ফর্মেশন হবে, কোথায় বেশি হয়? এসিওয়াল রিসার্চ। আমরা তার নাম দেব কোরিয়নিক রন্ডোসা। আমরা এই কোরিয়নটা উইথ মাল্টিপল টার্সিয়ারি ভিলাই we call কোরিয়নিক রন্ডোসা। And রেস্টে এখানেও কোরিয়ন হবে, but ultimately they will disappear and very smooth আমরা তাকে বলি কোরিয়নিক লিথি। কেমন? তাহলে কোরিয়ন রন্ডোসা is nothing but the fetal tissue. ভালো করে শোনো এটা, কোরিয়ন রন্ডোসা is the fetal tissue lie in contact with the mother stratum vessels or decidual vessels. Sorry, stratum vessels now, decidual vessels. Podium frondosa consists of multiple villi, right? Mainly after some tertiary villi, contains inside trophoblasts, cytotrophoblasts, extramedullary macula, and capillaries. এবং ultimately এই যে মাদার নিউট্রিশন আসবে এখান দিয়ে এই নিউট্রিশন এখান দিয়ে পাস করে আর এখান থেকে যে ফিটাল কার্বনটা যাবে এখান দিয়ে আসবে and this acts as a placental medium. এই যে মাদার ব্লাড containing mother blood carrying oxygen, glucose, amino acid, fatty acids, hormones, etc. Even grass, sometimes some immunoglobulin, they will pass from here to cytotrophoblasts, to cytotrophoblasts, ultimately to the fetal capillaries. And fetal excretory products, carbon dioxide, urea, uric acid, come out here and ultimately go to the maternal gut, ultimately mother fetus is uric metabolism. So mainly placenta is formed by the chorionic frondosome and mother vessel decidua vessels. শুধু এইটুকুনি জায়গায় কিন্তু প্যাসেঞ্জার তৈরি হচ্ছে এগুলি আলটিমেটলি বিকাম ভেরি স্মুথ আর আজকে কি দেখছি অ্যামনিওটিক ক্যাভিটি ইজ ভেরি স্মল বাট আফটার 4th month 5th month এইটা হয়ে যাবে ultimately disappear and amniotic cavity will cover all of the fetus and fetus will float within the fluid of the amniotic cavity. তাহলে এটা গেল এরপরে আমি যেটা বললাম জানার জন্য এরপরে যেটা বলবো পরীক্ষার জন্য কিভাবে করতে হবে বলো টেকনিক্স হয়ে যাবে এবার হচ্ছে পরীক্ষার জন্য এখন পরীক্ষাকে এরকম ভাবে জিজ্ঞেস করবে না লিখতেও বলবে কিভাবে লিখতে হবে সেটাও আমি আছে লেখা তোমরা এটা নোট করবে এটা হচ্ছে প্ল্যাসেন্টা কেমন এবং আরেকটা বলা হয় this part ultimately produce the umbilical cord. This non-separated part in which splanchnids as somatoplasm are not separated at the caudal end of the embryo, they will form ultimately this umbilical cord. We ultimately attach one end to the placenta and another end to the umbilicus of the fetus. And placenta is a disc-shaped viscera. It has got a two surface. One is a smooth surface covered by a glycemic membrane. We call it fetus. Edicta smooth, এখানে fetus, এখানে develop. Opposite side is towards the mother. Opposite side we call it maternal side. এবং fetal side umbilical cord লেগে থাকে এবং umbilical vessel দেখতে পাচ্ছ radiate করছে they are radiating from the umbilical cord. This is the fetal side, smooth, radiating, and this is the maternal side. কি হলো এরকম কেন? Look, maternal side has got lobules. In between lobules there is a nutrition. আচ্ছা, ভিতরে ঢুকে গেছে আজ। And these lobules কে আমরা বলি cotyledons. About 50 to 20 cotyledons. Cotyledon ধরা এটা একটা cotyledon, এটা একটা cotyledon, এটা একটা cotyledon. কেন? Because its greater vessel is officer is give certain sector, incomplete sector in between the villi, and we call it residual sector. We call it residual sector, but this sector does not touch podium. Incomplete. Like এইটুকুনি জায়গা একটা কম্পিটিশন, এইটুকুনি জায়গা একটা কম্পিটিশন, এইটা একটা কম্পিটিশন, তার জন্য ফিজিক্যালে সার্ফেসটা এরকম দেখতে পাচ্ছি। This is the placenta. This is the fetal side. This is the maternal side. You look. This is the villi. This is the amniotic membrane. This is the podium. Because amnion and podium more or less lie very close to each other. So amniotic membrane is very smooth. So fetal surface looks very smooth. Placenta is the phenomenon. Placenta কারণ আবার বুঝবে ফিটাসের মাদার এমন একটা অর্গান যেটা ভিডিওবেরি অধিকার কেন কোরিয়ন ডেভেলপস ফ্রম দ্য কোরিয়ন এন্ড ফ্রম দ্য সাম ফিটাল পার্ট residue of the cell is mother. Placenta is an organ that serves as an interface between fetal and maternal circulation and has got endophase, liquidy and respiratory function. কত ফাংশন রয়েছে প্ল্যাসেন্টা বুঝলা তুমি পড়ে হিউম্যান প্ল্যাসেন্টা is a discoid choriodecidal hemopodial organ. Discoid মানে কি there are so many animals, so many primates in our body and placenta is of different shape. Human receptor is a discoid. Later, so we got it discoid. Choriodecidal, the product today, because placenta is formed both by chorionic frondosome and residual vessels. Placenta is formed by chorionic frondosome and residual vessels. So we call it choriodecidal. Last, hemopodial বুঝতে পারবেন কাউকে বলতে maternal component is derived from the prodrome. Intrauterine endometrium, fetal component is derived from the corolla and external podium. Shape is called diameter. এটা কিন্তু পরীক্ষায় যখন শর্ট নোটস দেবে বা শর্ট ফর্ম কোশ্চেন দেবে diameter 50 to 25 centimeter, thickness 3 centimeter at the center, weight 500 to 600 grams. Full term placenta. What is the difference? How do you know which one is the fetal side of the placenta, which one is the maternal side of the placenta? এটা দেখার তোমাদের দিকে করবে না খুব একটা কিন্তু যখন টাইম চলে যাবে এটা কিন্তু জিনিস প্রথম কথা হচ্ছে fetal surface হচ্ছে shiny, gray and translucent, rough and dark দেখলে তোমরা ছবিটা surface is smooth covered by chorionic plate and amnion. 15 to 20 polygonal lobes for cotyledon succeed. Provides attachment of umbilical cord. No attachment of umbilical cord with maternal surface. Radiating umbilical consistency under the translucent amnion. No such. Easily আমরা বুঝতে পারবো কোনটা fetal side, কোনটা maternal side. বলে দিয়েছি only basal plate জায়গায় কোরিয়নটা ডেভেলপ করে with multiple finger like projection for villi, and these part only we call chorionic frondosa. Rest of the chorion in a chorion, rest of the chorion these villi gradually disappear. কোনো দরকার নেই, আগেই বলেছি nature is very miser, people ও ফালতু জিনিস করবে না, দেখবে দরকার নেই, so you gradually disappear and become very smooth, and we got chorionic leaf. Leafy means smooth, leaf is cheap, smooth cheap, so chorionic leafy. And যেটা দিয়ে ultimately প্যাসেন্টটা ডেভেলপ করে এই জায়গাটা, এই chorionটা ওই multiple finger like villi we got chorionic frondosa. Chorionic frondosa. So this is the fecal side, this is the mother side, this is the villi, and this is the placenta. So this is the fecal side, smooth, shiny, gray. Maternal side, dark maroon in color, and multiple cotyledons are same, rough. আজকে এত দেখা ক্লিয়ার বুঝতে পেরেছো তো? একটু বাড়িতে করতে দেয়, যে কোনো ছবিগুলি দেয় তাহলেই হবে, মনে থেকে এবার কতবার তার আগের বার দিয়েছিল প্যাসেঞ্জার, এবারে কিন্তু এবার দেয়নি, নেক্সট বার কিন্তু কোনো সময় দেওয়ার না।
এই ব্যাচে মোটামুটি লেট অ্যাডমিশন কেউ আছে? আমরা বলছে carbohydrates. Carbohydrates chemistry already examination has been taken, but since many of your batchmates were not admitted, so we will take a revision kind of SGT, small group discussion or small group teaching on chemistry of carbohydrate. Right? So, on the chemistry of carbohydrate, the first thing you need to remember is their definition. Whom should we call carbohydrate? Definition of carbohydrate. लैपटॉप पास नहीं होता है। Very good. So polyhydroxy ketone or the compounds which produce the same on hydrolysis. Right? So glucose is a polyhydroxyaldehyde, fructose is a polyhydroxy ketone. So they are carbohydrate. Fine. So glucose is 6 carbon containing carbohydrate. So we call it hexose, right? 5 carbon containing carbohydrate we call 4 hexose. 3 carbon, 2 carbon, right? Carbohydrates cannot be containing less than 3 carbon. Why? Then the very definition will not stand for it. For the definition, polyhydroxyaldehyde means more than one hydroxy group should be there, and at least one aldehyde or ketone group should be there. So if it is 2 carbon containing compound, then you have only one aldehyde and one hydroxy group. So that does not fulfill the requirement for the definition of carbohydrate. Right? Now, do you think all the carbohydrates are having the same general formula like C6H2N, CnH2n? OH like this, huh? Yes. Almost all the carbohydrates are having similar general empirical form. Okay. But they differ in their property and their location and their function a lot. There are carbohydrates which produce energy, there are carbohydrates which provide the strength to the coordinating tissue. So if I ask you to name one carbohydrate which provide strength to our skin,
Keratin. Skin. Skin.
Provide strength to our skin. Diamond sulfate. Name one carbohydrate which is found in aortic valves. Like this question you must expect, not like define carbohydrate item, those days are gone. Keratin sulfate and diamond sulfate, they are found in aortic valves. Name one carbohydrate found in synovial fluid. Huh? Chondroitin sulfate. That is the main component synthesized by the chondrocytes and excreted in the synovial joint. Fine? It is synthesized by chondrocytes and secreted into the synovial sac and synovial joints. Now, this chondroitin sulfate can be of two types, chondroitin 4 sulfate and chondroitin 6 sulfate. Now, what you have to remember here? Remember here the composition of all these components: chondroitin 4 sulfate, diamond sulfate, keratin sulfate, then heparan sulfate, heparin, and hyaluronic acid. Now, name one neutral mucopolysaccharide. Neutral means no charge. Heparin is known for its charge. Its function depends on its charge. Hyaluronic acid. Okay, this is uncharged, it has no sulfate. Rest all you see they are sulfated. Now my next question is, which one is more sulfated, heparan sulfate or heparin sulfate? Or heparin? Heparin is more sulfated. The name which has no sulfate is more sulfated. Right? What is the function of heparan sulfate? Cell-to-cell recognition depends on cell surface receptors. Cell-to-cell recognition depends on cell surface receptors. These cell surface receptors are glycoproteins or glycolipids. These cell surface receptors contains heparan sulfate. Cell surface receptors contain heparan sulfate. Heparin. What is the source of heparin in our body? Which cell? Yes? Mast cells. Very good. Why do you find heparin in your body? Location. Is it present in blood? Is it present in plasma? Is it present in serum? Is it present in interstitial space? MCQ. Blood. How many of you think it's blood? 2. Next, option B is plasma. How do you think option B? Option C, serum. Option D. Huh? All of them need to. As per the rule of NMC, no question can be made, should not be made with these kind of questions. All of the above, none of the above, should not be made. Sometimes you get it, there is a mistake for the weather system, but according to NMC rule, we cannot frame such kind of question where we can use all of the above or none of the above. Negative MCQs cannot be used. So it is the interstitial space. It never comes into blood or plasma or serum. See? Small things you must remember. Now if I ask you, what is the difference between glycosaminoglycan and mucopolysaccharide? What do you think? I'm just making you food. You're thinking, you think it's same.
Yeah.
You don't think, know it. Or whenever you think something, it is wrong. In biological field, medicine, whenever you think and find out the answer, 200% make sure it is wrong. Unless you read it, it is not correct. It is not same. Now, let me give you an example. In this class, all of you, individual students, are gags. Now, if I give you a long thread and ask you to hold one by one, to continue like a chain, then you become mucopolysaccharide. Right? So, for example, this middle line is hyaluronic acid. On either side, actually it is not either side, it is in every side. 3-dimensional, like a bottle brush, bottle cleaner. The babies have take this feeding bottles. Have you seen the brush which is used to clean it? Bristles coming up from all directions. So that brush kind of structure is mucopolysaccharides they have. So here the central line is considered as hyaluronic acid, to which each of you are, suppose you hold your hand with your next person, just hold your hand, you, next, fine? Hold. Try. So now each strand are different gags. So for example, this fellow is KS1, keratin sulfate type 1. That fellow is keratin sulfate type 2. Here it is keratin 4 sulfate. There it is keratin 6 sulfate. There is heparin sulfate. That is heparin. Correct? Like that. So the main, in the middle, the connecting thing is, in the middle there is hyaluronic acid. So all these chains, gags chains, are joined to hyaluronic acid by, why hyaluronic acid I am calling? All these gags are joined to one core protein, a peptide in between this length. Okay, so they are attached to a peptide. Okay, this peptide is attached to another mucopolysaccharide or gag called hyaluronic acid. So when these gags are attached to mucopolysaccharide, this whole system forms mucopolysaccharide monomer. Am I able to convey the message? This whole system forms mucopolysaccharide monomer. Each of these strands considered as one type of gag. Each type of gag is attached to a core protein. Then it forms a mucopolysaccharide monomer. When these kind of bristles, many bristles, are joined on either side of the hyaluronic acid, like this one will be like this time here, that time will be that side, then the whole system will be mucopolysaccharide polymer. Clear? Now in which structure, in which form it is present in our synovial joint? Polymeric form. Fine? Because that provides a strength. But individual gags are present, like this cadmium sulfate 1, enzyme type 2, diamidine sulfate, heparan sulfate. They can exist separately in different tissues. Like eyeball, like skin, interstitial space, heparin. That time this core protein and all may not be required. For biological function of heparin, the core protein is not required. Only gag is sufficient. Is clear now? The structural hierarchy of mucopolysaccharides. Now, as a matter of fact, the major amount of questions, chunk of questions comes from here is not yet taught. It will be taught mostly under extracellular matrix chapter. You go to the chapter, extracellular matrix, you will find different diseases, disorders formed due to malformation of these particular compounds. Say for example, Hurler syndrome, Hunter syndrome, Sky syndrome. All these are called the genetic disorders related to distorted, means malfunction or misformation, malformation of these particular gags. So these gags are synthesized in our body and must undergo breakdown after a certain period of time. This particular time is called their what? Turnover period. Okay? And for every molecule, there is a birth and death. It's called turnover period. For us, it is lifespan. For them, it is turnover period. So this turnover period, after this turnover period is over, it should be broken down into individual molecules by certain enzymes. Inside a sac-like structure called lysosome. Now, due to some genetic defect, some of the guys they don't produce some enzymes inside the lysosome which can digest these products. So they fail to digest or break down these products. So what happens? These products gets accumulated inside the lysosome. Now lysosome's function is to break down the larger molecule, the process of digestion, and bring it down to individual small molecules which can be used for further processes. Glucose 6-phosphate, glucosamine taken out from the heparin will be used for some other purposes. Correct? But lysosome here cannot break it down. So what will happen? More and more heparin will be accumulated in the lysosome. So lysosome will become non-functional after some time. That's why these kind of diseases are also called lysosomal storage disorders. Lysosomal storage disorders. See, you find these kind of diseases in the field of amino acid metabolism, in the field of lipid metabolism called sphingolipidosis. Here it is mucopolysaccharidosis, there it is sphingolipidosis, Gaucher's disease, Niemann-Pick disease, Farber's disease, Fabry's disease. All these fall under sphingolipidosis. Same thing. They are undigested lipid products which accumulated in the lysosome. Here undigested carbohydrate products gets accumulated in the lysosome. So our cell is destroyed. Now, depending on which particular fraction is affected, the partnering tissue also gets affected. So if, say, Hunter's disease and Hurler's disease, what is the difference? The major striking difference, vision. Remember, hunter must see to hunt. So sight is unaffected. Like this you can remember. Hurlers, along with all the features of hunters, including sight, is also affected. Followed? Like this you can remember. Is MPS 1H, is MPS 1HS. Types. So from where do you read these types? In your book it is given. In my class I have given a short form. If you want to study further, which book will you take? Take a medicine book. Medicine. Okay. Only one chapter, one page to you. One day you have to read the whole book. Don't worry. You know? So start the practice now. Go to medicine, find out that page. What is it? Yes, you read it. You need not to remember so many things. At least 2-3 names you remember, 1 or 2 enzyme defect you remember. What are the general symptoms? You must remember. In all types of mucopolysaccharidosis, there is no mental retardation. And some of them are having mental retardation. Some of them are having stiff joints, bone deformity, joint stiffness of the joint. Some of them are having reticular problems. Some of them are having coarse facial features. Coarse facial features. Money? দেখতে ভয়ঙ্কর হবে, ugly looking, say, coarse facial features. So all these features are available for individual diseases. So once you go to that side of the medicine, then individually you must remember. So the time being, remember the empirical laws. Means general symptoms, general enzyme deficiency, 1 or 2 enzyme deficiency, remember more than subject. What do we want from you, from this chapter to remember? If I ask, that is what you have to study. So, what we want from you to remember from this chapter is all definitions. Easy? Sometimes this paper setter fellow thinks this time he will give a very easy question and he gives all the definitions. And you are in a thought process like, oh, the definition nobody will ask. Who will ask these cheap questions? This will be big things. You read big things and they give you short, cheap things. You fail. Because it happened. One time, they asked TCA cycle. Can you imagine? Out of 150 students, 145 could not write. Because they never thought they will just give such a flat question. They made cheats of all questions except TCA cycle. Now, answers are available, but question is not there. Isn't it? So, this thing you must remember. You should be well acquainted with the must know region. So in this chapter, there are some must know region, which you must know. You must know the definitions. You must know the classification of carbohydrate. You must know the isomerism process of the carbohydrate. Different types of isomerism. What are the different types of isomerism? If I ask you, what is anomerism? You should be able to answer. Can you answer? What is anomerism? Okay, but put it in some sentence. Do you know that you can write the whole MBBS exam in Bangla? You know that? Did you know that? So improve your language. Now suppose you are writing in Bangla. Okay. বলো অ্যানোমাইজম বলতে কি বোঝো? তোমার বাড়িতে ছোট ভাই বোনরা এগুলো জানে, ক্লাস 9-10 পড়ে এখন, পাচ্ছিস না, তাই না? তুই পারবি? বল।
Different sector arrangement of the same compound due to position of hydroxyl group on the first carbon.
First carbon. Why not second carbon?
Second carbon will
If it is aldose, then first carbon. If it is ketose, then second carbon. হবে? তাই না? আচ্ছা, ঠিক করতে হবে তো। ওই অ্যানোমার্স আমি কি বলবো? খুব সহজে বলতে হয়। Anomers are epimers. Anomers are epimers at C1 in case of aldoses and at C2 in case of what repeat for
the anomer are epimer. Anomer are C1 epimer in case of aldose and C2 epimer in case of ketose.
wow very সবসময় চেষ্টা করবি যখন স্যারেরা বলবেন ক্লাসে সেটাকে ফলো করে যাতে হুবহু বলতে পারিস। when language is your barrier, বিকজ আমরা বেশিরভাগই তো বাংলা মিডিয়াম থেকে পড়ে এসেছি, কেউ হিন্দি মিডিয়াম থেকে পড়ে এসেছে। when language is your barrier, then the language of the book is your language. Read the book as many times as possible so that the language of the book becomes your language. MBBS is not about merit, it's about method and perseverance. Read, 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 read as many times as possible in your whole life. Nothing else. The very high-fi fellows are not good doctors. They can stand. Cannot stand this line. No, truly. Why? Because they can solve the question of physics, question of astrophysics, they can solve. But they cannot remember the 28 different diagnoses of jaundice. For them it is like that. If you suppose a patient comes to you with symptoms of jaundice and you diagnose what is the cause for jaundice. There are 28 different diagnoses. A very good student, meritorious, who would have cracked ISRO, IIT in the first chance, he will remember everything. So the patient, he will send the patient back again and again for this test, that test, that test, without provisional diagnosis. But a little bit of mediocre student who remembers 10 to 12, he will this is this kind of jaundice. He might be right in 99.99%, correct. But that fellow, the meritorious fellow will think, I might be wrong in 0.111111%. That's why I cannot give the diagnosis now. Until I am 100% sanguine, and this is this kind of jaundice. You know? Right? It's about perseverance. How much you can stick your ass on the chair. For how long? Use Fevicol, dendrite, whatever it is. But apply on chair, sit, read. That's all, nothing else. New we are going to discover. There is nothing new we are going to tell. Whatever is there in the book, it should be in your head. If it is there in the book, it will be in your head. If it is there in your head, then only you can see on the patient. A good, ugly and bad doctor. 3 types of doctors are there. Good, bad and ugly. 3 types of doctors are there. So the patient enters. Who will run fast? The patient. The ugly doctor. Correct? The bad doctor will go second. The good doctor will come last. Because by the time the patient has entered, he has seen most of the symptoms. Because he remembers most of the different diagnoses in his head. So prepare yourself in such manner. Don't run after test. Modify your knowledge so that you can justify which test you are going to give. The ugly doctor will write a battery of tests, 25 tests, for 25 different diagnoses. The bad doctor will have 10 tests, and good doctor will write only for 1 test. Because the rest 24, he has seen in his eyes. He need not to go for tests. Before the discovery of X-ray, radiology, people used to diagnose. How? Those techniques are lost after the discovery of early diagnosis. So, read as many times as possible. Nothing else, nothing. You need not to have very high merit. Only problem is your language. If you are not from English medium, then it is difficult for you to express your what you are thinking in English. That is, you can overcome by putting more pressure while studying. Read the book from the same place again and again. Make your own notes of each chapter. Read the same notes again and again. Remember, in examination, out of 10 points, if you forget 2 or 3 points, you will still pass with flying colors. But provided you write that 7 or 8 points correctly. Clear? Huh? So like this you start preparation. I'm sure you will do well. Only thing is you need a little bit of motivation. Because we all have same number of neurons and muscle cells. Right? Now, if I ask you, what is called selfish glycogen? Selfish glycogen. Selfish glycogen. See, before I started the class, you all thought, can you say carbohydrates so many times? Now see, you are able to answer. this is how, whatever you read from one chapter, if the teacher wants you not to answer, you can ask me such questions. Then you will be able to answer. And if you answer, that is out of syllabus. And if I want you to answer, then you can answer. Do you think glucose in another source? Well, everybody will answer. Correct? It's like this. So if I want you to pass, I'll ask you such questions. And if I want you to test, no one wants to fail you. It is you who tries relentlessly to fail yourself. And sometimes we give in. It means we surrender to your endeavors. Some students, they try so hard to fail themselves that we cannot do anything. Correct? It is you who is responsible for your failures, not teachers. Anyway, so tell me, what is selfish glycogen? Can you tell me what is glycogen? Storage form of polysaccharide in animals. What is that? Storage form of polysaccharide in plants.
Yes.
Okay? So glycogen is storage form of polysaccharide in animals. Now, in which organ do you find glycogen is present? Liver. Liver and cellular, major. Very small extent, brain, kidney, testes also. But major amount is present in brain, muscle, skeletal muscle, and what is the amount of or percentage of glycogen present in skeletal muscle and percentage of glycogen present in hepatocyte? 2 and 10. 2% of the weight of skeletal muscle can be maximum for glycogen, and 10% of the weight of hepatocyte can be maximum for glycogen storage. Fine. So which organ stores more amount of glycogen? Skeletal muscle or liver? Muscle. Why? Muscle mass is far greater than that of the liver mass. Although 2% of the weight, but muscle mass is big. Fine? This glycogen stored in the muscle is called selfish glycogen. Now I come to the function of glycogen. What is the function of glycogen? It's a wall. तो भावना चिंता कर चुके ये सीनियर होनी है function of glycogen glucose convert করে what the function কি তাহলে আমার কি আছে energy
expect দেওয়া
সেটা তো লিপিডও করে
না হাইড্রোজেনের একটা কাজ
না একটা কাজ বল যেটা কাজে যেমন তুই বলতে পারি যে হাত দিয়ে কি কাজ করে হাত দিয়ে রোজগার করলে তো আর আমি না করি morning what time did you have a breakfast?
Yes.
What time you have? কটার সময় ব্রেকফাস্ট করেছো? 8:30 এখন কটা বাজে? 4 hours past? Huh? Do you think the carbohydrate present in the bread is still there in your blood? After 2 hours, it started being absorbed by the tissue. It got utilized. A part of it was stored in the liver in the form of glycogen. Next, what time you are going to have your lunch? 1:30, 1 o'clock. So till then, who will provide you energy? So what is the function of glycogen? It provides energy between two meals. Rather, it maintains blood glucose level between two meals. Or it maintains, it provides energy to Risha level. It maintains blood glucose level between two meals. Our Risha level energy. It provides, it maintains blood glucose level between two meals. And blood glucose level हो जाएगा क्या भाई? It maintains blood glucose level between two meals. This is the function of glycogen. And what is the function of lipid? Fat? Not lipid, fat. It provides energy during starvation, absence of glucose. It may be starvation, it may be diabetes mellitus. Now, the muscle glycogen, although they are structurally similar with liver glycogen, but functionally different. The glucose, when it is converted to glucose 6-phosphate, it becomes charged. And our cell membrane do not allow passage of charged particles, except unless they have a specific transporter molecule. Do we have transport molecule for glucose?
Yes.
Do we have transport molecule for glucose 6-phosphate? Do we have transport molecule for glucose 1-phosphate? Do we have transport molecule for glucose 3-phosphate? We have transport molecule only for free glucose. Fine? So, the last step of glycogen breakdown is done by glucose 6-phosphatase. The function of this enzyme is to remove the phosphate from the 6th position of glucose. So, do you free? The free glucose can come out of this cell. This last step is absent in case of muscle. Whenever we are starving, our blood glucose level tends to fall. It triggers glycogen breakdown process in our liver. Why? Insulin level is superseded by glucagon level. Our body do not sense the exact amount of hormones. It senses the comparative amount of hormones. Means, suppose there is insulin 100 unit, glucagon 20 unit. And there is insulin 1 unit and glucagon 3 unit. Which one do you think the body will prefer? Not the exact unit amount, but the difference. If it is 1:3, then also it will prefer the glucagon. Why? Glucagon is more, it is less. Whereas this is 100:20. This is very high, but still it will take glucagon is 20, not 3. But it will not take glucagon as predominant. It will take insulin as predominant. Why? In comparison with glucagon, insulin is high. So our tissue receptors, they sense this comparative concentration, not the exact concentration. Alright? So whenever blood glucose tends to fall, glucagon level tries to increase, rise. Insulin level tries to fall. And breakdown of glycogen takes place. It begins equally from the muscle as well as liver. But the liver glycogen comes out, liver glycogen produces glucose which comes out of liver, and provides us energy. But muscle glycogen, even after breakdown, it cannot produce free glucose. It produces glucose 6-phosphate. It cannot come out. It will step. So, what is the use of muscle glycogen? Why do we call it selfish? Because even if we die out of hypoglycemia, muscle glycogen will not come out of muscle to help me. Liver will become completely depleted of glycogen, but not muscle. But then what is the function of muscle glycogen? Why do we have so much of glycogen in our muscle? Do you play sports? What if you find poisonous snakes with your seat? What will you do? What will you do? Yeah. Muscle is for that, for movement. So when you are moving, when you are going to move, muscle don't know. You might just sit like this for hours together and you will just suddenly jump out and run out. Muscle don't know. So it is always prepared with a lot of energy. And that energy is not stored in the form of ATP. That energy is stored in the form of creatine phosphate. Muscle does not utilize ATP for energy production. It requires creatine phosphate. Right? It produces ATP from creatine phosphate. Beautiful, na? Still? Fine? So like this. So this is selfish glycogen and this that. What else you must know from this chapter? You should be able to discuss about the difference between different types of starch and glycogen structure. The one question today I raised in the class, the structure-function relationship of glycogen. If you read like that, why the structure of glycogen is like glycogen? Why the glycogen is like glycogen? Why not it is like amylopectin? You should be able to answer that. Okay. Now I raise the class for your queries. So now you know what are the short questions, long questions going to come from this one. Now if you ask me what queries you have, and we will discuss. আমি এরকমই পড়াই। Local, to provide local energy locally during muscular exercise. Provide.
Why the structure of glycogen is
Again. Look. Right. This is structure of glycogen. Structure of glycogen. Okay. This is a protein to which the glycogen strand, glucose chain has been added. And it is highly branched. Like this. A molecular glycogen looks like this under microscope. You study. So the structure is similar to see this particular end is reducing end, and all these ends are non-reducing. So in this molecule, one molecule, we have only one reducing end and numerous non-reducing end. So when we cut like a finger, if you chop off my fingers with a big chopper, what will happen? In each slice, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Right? So while production of energy, it will produce more rapidly because molecules. And it in another way, every time one molecule will be produced. From this side, if you cut, then only one piece will come out. But from this side, if you cut, then each time you get multiple number of molecules released. Number one. Number two, each number of reducing end contribute a considerable amount of osmolarity to the pertaining tissue. And this whole molecule is having osmolarity equivalent to one molecule of glucose. Right? In one molecule of glucose, there is one reducing end. In one molecule of glycogen, there is one reducing end. Reducing end means charged. It has got charge. So it has only one reducing end. So it contributes equivalent to one glucose end. The whole molecule. Otherwise, what would have happened? Had it been a different way, means numerous reducing end and one non-reducing end. So after taking food, our stomach or abdomen would have come out. Why? Due to osmosis, a lot of fluid needs to enter into liver. Because glucose is going to liver, liver will swell up. And as the time will pass, liver will come down. So after taking food, your liver, outside canteen if you come, your liver will be like this. Then you come to class, it will be like this. After 1 hour, it will be here. After 2 hours, it will be here. So when your mom will say, okay, your stomach has come down, now go and have food. But that never happens. Why? Because this structure is wrong. Yes? Is it clear? Any more questions? Last bench. Ball. You last bench. Jara? Number. You last bench.
গ্লাইকোজেনিন নামটা বলতে
হ্যাঁ, গ্লাইকোজেন হচ্ছে একটা প্রোটিন যেটার বেসের ওপরে, এটাকে বেস করে, তার উপরে একটা করে, দুটো করে, তিনটে করে এবং গ্লুকোজ ইউনিট লাগে। গ্লাইকোজেনিন তার উপরে 1, 2, 3, দু তিনটে গ্লুকোজ ইউনিট লাগে, অ্যাটাচমেন্ট হয়। কিন্তু নন এনজাইমেটিক অ্যাটাচমেন্ট হয়, এনজাইম লাগে না। ঠিক আছে? গ্লাইকোজেনিক প্রোটিনের মধ্যে একটা অ্যামিনো অ্যাসিড আছে, সেটা টাইরোসিন। এটা সেই টাইরোসিনের ওএইচটা। ঠিক আছে? এবার এর সঙ্গে ঠিক আছে? গ্লাইকোজেনিক তার সঙ্গে 1, 2, 3 এবং 2 or 3 or 4, এবং একটা limited number of glucose units are added non-enzymatically. এর উদ্দেশ্য, এর মানে হচ্ছে either we still don't know what is the enzyme or there is no enzyme. We don't know. Tomorrow someone will tell you it is not non-enzymatic, it is one enzyme and his name is like this. Discovery, Nobel Prize. So this is non-enzymatically attached and this is all together called glycogen primer. Now in case of muscle glycogen, this protein is absent. Muscle glycogen does not require glycogen for pre-formation of glycogen primer. Clear? It's a protein. The volume is from 50 kilodalton. Glycogen is 50 by 80 kilodalton. You put it in 50 kg or 80 kg of it. A small protein. This is synthesized inside liver, used for synthesis of glycogen primer.
স্যার আগে তাহলে গ্লাইকোজেনের যে ছবিটা আনলেন স্ট্রাকচার আগেরটা ওইটার ওটার মধ্যে তাহলে এটা কেমন হবে?
এটা লিভারের তাই?
হ্যাঁ মানে লিভার গ্লাইকোজেনের
ওটা বুঝে দিয়ে এবার মাথা লাগা।
ও তাহলে
গ্লাইকোজেন পড়াবো তো চ্যাপ্টার আছে।
ও আচ্ছা
আর কেউ? কোনো প্রশ্ন নেই? কোনো কোশ্চেন? কোনো কোশ্চেন? এটা দেখি কে কে ফেল করে দিছে ফার্স্ট পরীক্ষাটায়?